What's up, guys? Mason Brock Henderson here, and this is Bull Season 1, Episode 7, Never Saw the Sign. So, this was definitely an emotional episode. I really don't know how to feel about it. Like, there were parts that were really good, but a lot of it has been done before. So, that's my biggest problem, is that I've seen a lot of this before. I've seen a lot of these storylines, a lot of these situations on this show being done in other situations, in other types of shows. The thing that's interesting about it, though, is seeing it done from a trial perspective. Like, I know there have been other trial shows out there, none that I've really seen, but seeing some of these stories take place in the aspect of a trial room, and you've got people working behind the scenes at the trial, working against it. It's very interesting to see. So, where I get stuck is, like I said, a lot of these stories I feel like I've seen done before. I've seen the whole storyline of the father and the son, and is the father proud of the son? Well, he's not proving it, and blah, 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 blah. I've seen all of that done before. So, it's hard for me to say if I 100% enjoy it. I definitely do not. I definitely don't hate it. I definitely don't dislike this show at all. It's an enjoyable show. I think the characters are fun to get behind. It's just I get stuck up on all of the stories. And I'm just like, well, I've seen this done before. I know where it's going to go. I know at the end the father's going to be proud of his son. I know the father's going to be able to get off with a not guilty verdict. I know that the evil bad guy is going to get his comeuppance. So it's all playing by the book. It's all scripted. It's just a matter of, is it being done enjoyable enough? In my opinion, it is. I wish that they would maybe take a few more chances. Maybe have an episode where we don't win. Have an episode where, think about A Few Good Men. One of the things that I love about that movie is that, yes, it ends, the bad guy gets his comeuppance, but the two people that they're trying to defend, they don't get off scot-clean. It doesn't end with a 100% happy ending. I'd like to see the show take some chances like that. Have it to where it doesn't work out 100%. Maybe they do get the not guilty, but the bad guy's still at large. They don't fully get to him. Maybe they do end up getting the bad guy, but it comes at the cost of their client has to admit to something bad they've done. So I want to see something like that. They haven't taken any chances like that yet. However, not focusing on that, focusing on this episode. I don't know why I'm looking at my phone. I've got IMDb up, I guess that's why. Focusing on this episode, it really is, it's a good episode. It's another good episode of the show. It's another enjoyable episode. The team is still getting their moments where they have something to do. I would say, I don't think Chunk really had much to do in this episode. Cable, though, she's talking to one of her hacker friends. Danny's going out and getting information on the streets, working as an FBI agent, kind of. So all of that is good. The story itself is pretty good. Instantly you see why this case is going to court. You see the big bad corporation guy working behind the scenes, trying to get this to court, trying to get him convicted to help boost his run for, I think, mayor? Not mayor. It was some sort of political thing he was trying to do. So you see what it's going to be about. You see where the story's going, and it's done well. It's fun to watch. There are even a few moments that I haven't seen yet in the first season of it, that I think they've brought in well. Bringing in a completely new lawyer to help defend, and you can tell he's not comfortable with some of this stuff. Benny's talking to him, trying to get him to do some of this, and you can see he's frustrated. Like, he starts his speech, he's like, when a crash happens, and Benny's like, no, don't say crash. So instantly just cuts him off, and then he starts asking more questions. Benny just keeps cutting him off, trying to get him to flow into a new narrative, to talk a certain way to get through to the jury. And at first, he's just like, this is stupid. No, I thought I'd at least get a sentence in before you critique me and blah, blah, blah. It's nice to see that this guy is not 100% like, okay, yeah, let me just believe everything you say. The first lawyer that they had in the show, the lady that they brought back last week, you could see at first, the very first moment, she's like, what? And then as they started talking to her, she's just like accepting of everything, because she was just so... It was like she didn't have her own personality, so she just accepted everything that they said. this guy clearly has a personality going into this. You could see he doesn't really understand certain things, so to kind of mold somebody from one lawyer into a different lawyer was fun to watch, and it's something new on the show that they haven't really done before. So all of this is working. We get to see kind of a different take that I don't know if it would actually fly in a real courtroom. Like, this is a TV show, so you have to sort of suspend your disbelief. But I mean, the final thing, the final what's it called? Final statement, I think is what it's called. I can't remember what it's called now. But we see that his final statement that the lawyer gives is a really good one. I mean, he says there's a sign over on that wall that I took down. Does any of you remember what it says? And none of them remember. And so he pulls up a sign, and it's like court officials have to be in the courtroom. It doesn't affect any of them. And then he holds up another sign. Apparently, it's not even that. It's the court is open, and that's all it is. And his point is, none of you remember that sign because it wasn't relevant. And it's so true. It fits with this story because, I mean, even if the sign said something different, if it didn't say anything that affected him, if it didn't say traffic slow up ahead, there's no reason for him to remember it. If it didn't say exit so-and-so, if that exit wasn't his, it doesn't affect him. So, of course, he's not really going to remember it. So I really like that. I like how they represented it. I like that story. I thought they did a good job with that. So overall, I mean, the case was interesting. It was very emotional seeing this father sort of have to decide, at one moment you could see he has to decide, do I tell everybody what's going on with my son because I don't want him to be treated differently, or do I let myself go to jail because of this? Do I go to jail to protect people thinking differently about him? And ultimately, it's kind of it's a message of, even if he is different, don't treat him like he's different. This is just something he has. It's a part of him. You should love him despite of that. People should be able to accept him despite of that. So I thought it was a very good message they had going. So the case was good. The story was good. The characters were good. I do wish they take some more chances, and maybe they will as the season progresses, as they get farther into the show, because I could see this show running for a while. There's so many different types of cases you can handle, so many different types of endings you can give to cases like this. Have one where the father goes to jail and the bad guy doesn't succeed for some reason. Like I said before, so many different ways you could take this. So I could see the show running for at least a few seasons. We'll see where it goes, but for right now, I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the show. A lot of things that I really enjoy about shows. The psychological part of it is something else I enjoy. So, are you enjoying it? Let me know in the comment section below. What did you like about this episode? What did you dislike about it? What do you want to see them do more of? Let me know. We can talk about and discuss all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Bull reviews, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.